Good day, good day, good day. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I'm your host, the one they call Glaze Gibbs. And this is my story. This is my ministry. Listen, here it is right here. Get your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky book. The Glaze Gibbs story, a true story of crack, murder, redemption. If I can change, anybody can change. Order your signed copy by emailing me at Brian, Brian, Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 at yahoo.com. Gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is, like I told you, this is my ministry. I speak about my life experience, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Talk about everything because I want the younger generation to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. I want them to understand, guess what? There's no shortcut in life. And that's what people have to understand. Everybody, we're going to go up and we're going to go down. But it's like, how do we deal with diversity? As of lately, I've been dealing with a lot. I had a lot of things on my plate and I'm still dealing with a lot. And you know what? It's like, how do you deal with it? You got to remain strong. You got to keep your guard up and remain strong and believe. Each and every day bring about change. But how do we deal with the change? You know what? Here it is. I done been to hell and back. And I'm a survivor. And I'm going to continue to survive. And I'm going to continue to share my life experience, my words. Today, what I'm going to speak about my losses. Here it is, being in the street life, being in the game. And I lost a brother. I lost a soldier, a strong, good brother. 16 years old, that was part of the M&M crew. 16 years old. What a 16-year-old hanging out with? I think I was 23, 24 at the time. My crew, like right now, anywhere from 24 to, like I say, 16 at the time. But what a 16-year-old, 7-year-old kid hanging out with 23, 24 years old in the street, doing everything from A to Z. You know what? These guys used to go to Manhattan. When they used to go to Manhattan, they used to go up there and rob, steal, and snatch pocket. That's what they used to call it. And they go to Manhattan, snatch pocket. You know what? Sometimes, guess what? They might get a payday, a couple $1,000. Sometimes they might don't get nothing. But what I look at it, guys, okay, here it is. Listen, if you get down with me, I'm going to pay your salary, okay? If you get knocked, okay, I'm going to get you a lawyer. Okay, besides getting your lawyer, I'm going to bail you out. Okay, if you got a bail. Okay, besides that, I'm going to make sure your family get taken care of. Going to come see you. Going to take care of you regardless. That was my benefit package. Okay, but when you go to Manhattan, you robbing and you stealing, you don't have no benefit package. Not saying that was a great benefit package, but right now is when you're out there in that street life, that's the best I had to offer at the time. Being young, being dumb, and having people follow me for all the wrong reason. So here it is. I had a heck of a crew, Eminem. And this is the only brother that I lost to the prison system. The situation happened is, we got into a beef. We got into beef with the 5%ers. And folks, even when I speak about the 5%er, guess what? People understand you had a lot of great 5%ers, righteous brothers that, took that they belief, to heart. Then you have some rogue, crooked 5%ers. So, okay, I just want people to understand, like, you got good people, you got bad people, and every common denominator. And I just want people to understand. So the 5%ers at the time that I had, a problem with, they was rogue. Despite they was righteous, they went astray. They became like the lost sheep went astray. So anyway, I had beef with these guys a lot, just in case y'all know guys. And when I had beef with them, we was going at it. So one time, after a shootout, at the Cypress headquarters, we decided to shut down Cypress. And when we decided to shut down Cypress after Allah Justice got shot in his face, and we moved, like we had, different, hideout in Queens, headquarters in Queens. So I gave my guy at the time, my right-hand man at the time, I gave him instruction. Okay, take everything, the money, okay, the drugs, artilleries, take it from Cypress and relocate everything to Queens. That was the game plan. So, okay, what'd he do? Okay, here it is. He did that. They got it, saying it was no Uber back then. We used to have special cabs, limo. We got a guy, came, designated for us. He came, got them, picked them up. And to me, they supposed to be going to Brooklyn. They supposed to be leaving Brooklyn, going to Queens. Now, for the life of me, I never understood this move. Like, here it is, go, drop off all the money, the drugs, and the artillery. Then go grocery shopping. Sometimes, a lot of times, people don't think with this. Right now, we as guys, what we think with our stomach. We think with our wee-wee. That's what we think with. So this particular time, he was thinking with his stomach. Because once again, we going to a new place, new headquarter, and guess what? He wanted to go grocery shopping. So what they do is they go to a large supermarket. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's Pathmark, right there in Brooklyn, right there near the enemy territory where these guys be at, could be at, or whatever, or get worried that they're there. Then they come to get you. So now I got two guys with them. All right. Now one stayed in the car with the driver, and one got out with him. So he go into the Pathmark. As he go into the Pathmark, get his car, okay, start getting up everything, all the goodies or whatever. So just so happened, there's a security guard there. And, nobody quite understand the particular at the time, but it was a security guard and he was talking to somebody else. From later what it came out is that was his boss. His boss was in the process of firing him. So in that spur moment, like he saw, my right-hand man. And right now is he approached my right-hand man and saying, look, you stealing. And, my right-hand man, oh, wait. He took his hand off the card. Look at all the stuff I got. And then he went in his pocket and pulled out a wag, like a couple of $1,000. Man, I don't got to steal nothing. What's all this about or whatever? So anyway, long story short, the security guard kept pushing the issue. So he went to grab my man. So now when he went to grab my right-hand man, my little guy, my little brother, on point. He already got his hand on his jammy. So as soon as the security guard grabbed my man, here it is. He stepped in. Back up off of him. He don't have anything. Leave him alone. So in that, motion, the security guard took his attention and brought it to my man. And as he brought it to my man or whatever, he kind of sensed that my man, because the way he had his hand and, like I say, his pocket, in the coat pocket, man, he might got something. So what happened? A struggle happened. And as they start struggling and he tried to grab my man's hand, guess what? The gun go off. Boom, 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 a couple of times. All right? So in the process, the security guard got hit and my man got hit. So now, chaos. So my right-hand man get my little man, they get out of there. Okay, when they get out of there, next thing you know, back then, I'm getting paged. Okay, and when I'm getting a page like 911, and it's supposed to be like right now where it's like, okay, this is my right-hand man. Somebody calling for my right-hand man. So you page, you call the number. So when I call the number back or whatever, the word had got out that, what took place in the supermarket and how, I'm talking about cops was on their tail. And the type of money that they had on them, the drugs, the artillery. And not only that, man, got my little man there and he's bleeding. Because he got shot with a hollow point bullet. And with a hollow point bullet, it's like when you shoot it and it go out, it kind of become like a shotgun and open and spread. And what happened, he got shot in the leg and he was losing a lot of blood. So they got away from the cops. But next thing you know, they had to take him to the hospital because once again, blood was everywhere and he was in so much pain. So what they wound up doing, they took him to the hospital. Okay. Same hospital that the security guard have to be in. And any gunshot wound got to be reported. Initially, my man was cool. But then again, as time went on, a witness came along or whatever, they handcuffed him to the bed and charged him with murder because the security guard died. So I'm messed up. I'm pissed because once again, my little man, 16 years old, I'm talking about following wrong leadership. And not only that, like I say, don't get me wrong, I am just as guilty because to be having these young guys out there doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Here it is, I should have had them in school, getting his high school diploma, going to college. No, I got them down with the M&M crew, doing all the wrong and stupid things, trying to make fast money. So long story short, my man got locked up. Okay, here it is right now is, my commitment, as I say, got him a lawyer. Okay, give this family money. And, even as time went on, I got the information that I needed, to take care of the people that was involved in the case. And you know what? For some reason, I say, nah, I'm giving it to my right-hand man. You know why? Because once again, here it is. Let me see what you made up. Let me see what you built up. Okay? Next thing you know, we caught the case. We caught the Fed case. My man went to trial, lost. He got 25 years. Imagine 16 years old, going away doing 25 years to life. For what, man? For nothing. For what? That was a hurting feeling, folks. And to me, like what got me irritated about that, good guy. You know, when I got out from my situation, I went to visit him. I went to visit him in Sing Sing. And you know what? It was an emotional visit because like out of my whole team, they didn't die. You know what I'm saying? Out of my whole team that didn't die, he the only one that I lost to the penal system. 16 years old, 25 to life. Okay? And I can remember that visit, going to see him. You know what I'm saying? Sitting down, talking to him. And I could see myself like crying, apologizing to him. And like I said, yo, bro, man, because I fell him. You know, that was my organization. I fell him. And I apologize. And I'm on a visit in Sing Sing. And I'm talking to him. And I'm getting emotional because I'm apologizing and, you know, admit me wrong. He said, nah, G. Nah. He said, you're not wrong, brother. He said, here it is, man. Everything that you say you was going to do, you did. You know, you told me right now, if I get in trouble, whatever, you can get me a lawyer. If I got a bail, you're going to bail me out. I didn't have a bail. So you got me the lawyer. And right now we had a lot of good issues on, you know what I'm saying, the case to come back down and appeal, but it never happened. He said he was going to take care of my family. He said, when you was out there and you was still out there doing your thing, you was a man of your word. And I appreciate that. You know, like the brother came home after doing about 26, 27 years and doing great for himself. But when you sit back and you look at it, 25 years plus that was wasted out of this man's life. You know, and that's what I'm trying to say. Just like that, it doesn't matter. Just like that, 16. And he went away, capital murder, 25 years. And folks, it can happen. That's why we have to get these kids to understand, you know what, man? Listen, don't follow behind the wrong person for the wrong reason. If you're going to be a follower, follow behind good leaders. Leaders that's going to empower you. Leaders that going to make sure that, you know, you educating yourself. You building for the future. You building for your family. You know, you building for that four-letter word we call life. That's what it's all about. Like to me, like I say, I felt that brother. And don't get me wrong, he made me feel, you know, great when I seen him. We in touch now. Love the brother. Shout out. Like I tell you right now, doing great things. And that's the difference. Because once again, you know, you have to accept your responsibility. You have to accept when you're right, when you're wrong. And right now, is guess what? I was wrong for giving him the opportunity to be part of the Eminem crew. My right-hand man was wrong for putting him in that predicament in the first place. You know? And my little man, like I say, hey, like I told you, man, he's a grown man, man. And he's doing great, big, positive things. And you know what? Learn a lot. And I learned a lot from him. Hey, folks, check out my channel. Share my message. Hit that like button. Like I say, check out my Instagram channel, Brian Glaze Gibbs. A true story of change and redemption. You know what? Share my story. Once again, the story's in this book, Beyond Looking, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story. In order to get your signed copy, email me, Brian, B-R-I-A-N, Gibbs, G-I-B-B-S, 1201 at yahoo.com. Once again, thank you for joining me. Peace, love, and prosperity.